So today we will discuss about the solar radiation. That is very important topic. So generally we know that the sun is the largest member of our solar system. So it is in a sphere of extremely hot gaseous matter with a diameter of 1.39 into 10 to the power of 9 10 to the power of 6 kilometer, that is nothing but 10 to the power of 9 meter, and it maintains a distance of 1.495 into 10 to the power of 11 meter from the earth. Okay, so here you can see here 10 to the power of 8 kilometer. So 10 to the power of 8 plus 3 इसको हम जब convert करेंगे मीटर में तो 10 to plus 3, so 10 to the power of 11. So approximately it is correct only. So sun is high temperature. Sun high temperature is maintained by enormous nuclear energy being released by continuous fusion reaction. Okay, so fusion reaction involves 4 hydrogen atoms combining to form 1 helium atom. मतलब क्या करता है, 4 हाइड्रोजन एटम कंबाइन करने के बाद एक हीलियम एटम प्रेजेंट होती है, एक हीलियम एटम फॉर्म करता है, और यहाँ पे क्या होता है, फ्यूजन रिएक्शन इन्वॉल्व करती है. So one minute please. So as I told you, 4 hydrogen atoms makes 1 helium atom form. So 4 into hydrogen atom, 1 atomic number, mass number 1 will get helium atom. Okay, so 4 plus and it produces 26.7 MeV. This much energy it is going to produce. So the sun as okay, so sun as the other hot body radiates heat energy uniformly in all the direction, and the radiated heat energy moves out as electromagnetic waves, and the radiated heat energy increases the temperature of the body on its interception and absorption. The radiated heat energy from the sun is called as a solar energy and provides the energy needed to sustain life in our solar system. So you can see here, I am going to draw the diagram. Okay, let us suppose this is the sun. Okay, center of the sun. This is the earth. Okay, this angle will be 32 degree, and the dia of the sun is 1.39 into 10 to the power of 6 kilometer, or we can write as just 1.39 into 10 to the power of 9 meter, as what I have told you. And here the dia of the earth is 0.275 into 10 to the power of 7 meter, and the distance between sun and earth is 1.496 into 10 to the power of 8 kilometer, or nothing but 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 meter. Okay, so you can see here, next slides, we can go for the next slide. So this is the solar geometry. Okay, so you can see the various zone: convection zone, chromosphere, photosphere, corona, then core, relative zone. Okay, so one by one we will discuss over here. That convection zone generally क्या होता है, हमारा यहाँ पे energy carry करेगा just beneath the sun surface. Okay, then this is the chromosphere. Chromosphere जो होती है वो, this is the thin layer. Okay, thin layer of the gas which is above the photosphere. मतलब ये हमारा photosphere है, इसके ऊपर हमारा जो एक thin layer है उसे हम chromosphere कहते हैं. And along with the corona it forms sun atmosphere. Now coming to the photosphere, ये हमारा विजिबल होती है सरफेस ऑफ द सन. आप नेकेड आई से भी देखते हो, वेयर द टेम्परेचर इज 5500 डिग्री सेल्सियस, or this part only gives off light and takes 8 minutes to reach the light from atmosphere to the earth. Only 8 minutes. Okay. Now this is the radiative zone. This here the energy from the core energy from the core slowly rises in radiative zone, and it takes the energy about 1 million years to travel out of the radiative zone. Then this one is the core, where this is the center part of the sun, or we can say solar energy is produced at the temperature of 50, 1 crore 50 lakhs degrees Celsius, or we can say 150 lakh degrees Celsius. Okay, and this core, it is in the core that nuclear fusion will take place. Here only nuclear fusion will take place and releasing the enormous amount of the energy. Okay, now this is the part of the corona. White color one is nothing but corona, and this is the thick layer and above the chromosphere. Thick layer above the chromosphere and extended for millions of miles or kilometers, we can say, around the sun. And the corona is outermost layer of the local star of the sun. The sun is also a local star. Now you can see the sun as a source of energy. Generally, when we are talking about as a light, it conversion of electricity by photovoltaic cell. Then light provides energy for photosynthesis. मतलब क्या कहता है, plant produce food by using with the process called as a photosynthesis in the presence of sunlight only. And after the plants can be eaten by the animals, and again the animals dung used for the producing gobar gas and etc. Sometimes plants आपका क्या होता है, forest fossilized to coal, and the marine animals fossilized to crude oil and gas. Then heat से हमें क्या मिलता है, direct use of heat for heating and cooking by solar heater and solar cooker. Again, heat causes wind, tides, ocean wave, source of the energy or source of the ocean energy. Then with the help of heat, again sunlight heat, so हमें rain होती है, hills, river, waterfall, etc. So fusion reaction, what I have told you here in the previous slide, see here in the previous slide, 4 hydrogen atom makes a single helium atom with 26.7 MeV energy. You can see here this is written over here only. The same thing is there. Now we will talk about the solar radiation. Okay, so here intensity of the solar radiation in हम जो बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे incident on the surface is very important to as a comparing to the design of the solar collector, photovoltaic cell, heating solar heater, cooling system, and any thermal management of building. जनरली हमारा जो सोलर रेडिएशन है वो किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा, बेस्ड ऑन द लोकेशन ऑफ द सन इन द स्काई एंड द क्लियरनेस ऑफ द एटमॉस्फेयर. ओके, सबसे पहले हमारा किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा, सबसे पहले जो रहेगा हमारा एटमॉस्फेयर का क्लियरनेस कैसा है और ओरिएंटेशन और नेचर ऑफ द बिल्डिंग उसकी कैसा है, उसके हिसाब से हमारा क्या होता है, लोकेशन ऑफ सन हमारा स्काई में डिपेंड करता है. We need to before going to the solar radiation, we need to know the characteristics of the sun energy outside the earth atmosphere, its intensity, spectral distribution, then variation of sun location in the sky during the day, and with season of various location of on the earth surface. Okay, so before going to further, I will discuss the radiation spectrum from the sun and the earth. So sun can be considered as for all practical purpose for black body having the high surface temperature of 6000 Kelvin. Okay, so the radiation, जो हम रेडिएशन स्पेक्ट्रम की बात करते हैं वो जनरली क्या कंसिस्ट करेगा, हमारा एमिशन एट वेरियस वेवलेंथ but more at shorter wavelength. Okay, so max you can see in the figure over here. See here, this is the solar radiation what I am talking. So radiation spectrum consists of emission of various wavelength at but more at shorter wavelength are shown in figure. Okay, so the maximum emissive power of the radiation will take place at the wavelength of 0.48 micrometer, and similarly the earth can also be considered as a black body at a temperature of 288 degrees Celsius. At a temperature of 288 degrees Celsius, the Earth is also considered as a black body, and radiation spectrum from the Earth will consist emission generally of longer wavelength. Okay. Now maximum emission is taking place at the wavelength of about 10 micrometer. सन में हमारा कहाँ पर था 0.48 में हो रही थी, 0.48 माइक्रोमीटर में हो रही थी, whereas in the earth at 10 micrometer. So what is irradiance? हमारा irradiance क्या है? So irradiance की जब बात करते हैं, generally it is the rate at which the radiant energy is incidenting at on a unit surface area. So हम जो बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? हम जो बात कर रहे हैं that is nothing called as a irradiance. irradiance. Okay, irradiance. So irradiance is nothing but rate at which radiant energy is incidenting on a unit surface area. Okay, generally it measures the power density of sunlight, measures the power density of sunlight falling per unit area and time. Okay, और इसको मेजर किस में कर सकते हैं? वाट पर मीटर स्क्वायर. यूनिट will be the watt per meter square. Okay, so heat energy is measured in joules, and the while watt or joule per second is the unit of power. Then irradiation. हम लोगों ने अभी क्या पढ़ा? Irradiance पढ़ा. Next one will be the irradiation. ठीक है, ये हमारा क्या है? सोलर एनर्जी पर यूनिट surface area which is striking a body over a specified time, which is striking a body over a specified time. Okay, so hence it is the integration of solar illumination or irradiation over a specified time. Okay, generally measured in a kilowatt hour. Here unit will be kilowatt hour. Yeah, kilowatt day per square meter also we can also say kilowatt day per square meter. For example, when irradiance is, if irradiance is 20 kilowatt per meter square for 5 hours, then irradiation मतलब क्या होता है? हमारा irradiance कितना है? देखिए बताता हूँ. Irradiance यदि हमारा 20 किलोवाट पर मीटर स्क्वायर फॉर 5 आवर्स की बात कर रहा है, तो हमारा irradiation will be 20 into 5 equal to 100 kilowatt hour per meter square. ठीक है? So this is the earth radiation spectrum. Okay, now we will discuss some total emissive power. So total emissive power is nothing but generally we can see in the black body only, and total black body emissive power is generally obtained by the integrating the spectral emissive power over entire range of the wavelength, and E is equal to nothing but sigma T का power 4. आप लोगों ने पढ़ा था हीट ट्रांसफर में, वह सिग्मा इज द स्टेफन बोल्ट्जमैन कांस्टेंट. मतलब यहाँ पे क्या करता है, ध्यान दीजिएगा, आप लोगों ने पढ़ा था कि हमारा जो हमारा एमएससी पावर है इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द टी की पावर ऑफ 5. ठीक है, और यदि हमारा प्रोपोर्शनली कांस्टेंट को हम हटाते हैं तो ई नथिंग बट सिग्मा टी का पावर 4, और ये सिग्मा को हम क्या कहते हैं? स्टेफन बोल्ट्जमैन कांस्टेंट कहते हैं. व्हाट इज द स्टेफन बोल्ट्जमैन कांस्टेंट वैल्यू? You can see here 5.6697 into 10 to the power of -8 watt per meter square Kelvin. Kelvin is the power 4. Okay, now we will discuss about the extraterrestrial radiation and solar constant also. Okay, so here what type of the question will come? Explain extraterrestrial radiation, solar constant, या terrestrial radiation. यानी तो define solar constant. What are the reason for variation in the solar radiation reaching the earth and that receive outside? That receive outside the earth atmosphere, यानी तो पूछा जाएगा differentiate between beam and diffuse radiation. Okay, so actually the earth revolves around the sun, as we know, and it is in elliptical orbit. Okay, let us suppose this is the sun, here it is sun, and this is the elliptical orbit. Okay, here earth will rotate like this in this position only. Okay, so a spring season, winter, then let us take this one as autumn, and this one is summer. So here's 23rd September, 22nd December, 21st March, and this one is 21st July. And this is Earth. Okay, and this is sun over here. This is sun. Okay, so generally, as I told you, as everyone know that the Earth revolves around the sun in an elliptical orbit, and the Earth is closest to the sun. Earth is closest to the sun on March 21st. Okay, as well as on in the month of September 23rd. The Earth is the farthest from the sun on 21st. This will be June, not July. Yeah? Okay, this will be the June, not July. On 21st June and 22nd December. So the mean distance of the Earth from the sun is approximately, mean distance will be 1.495 into 10 to the power of 11 meter. That is the mean distance. और 4.4 1.496 जो हम लोगों ने पिछले पेज में देखा था, पिछले स्लाइड में देखा था, ठीक है. So the intensity of solar radiation outside the Earth atmosphere reduces the weak distance over here, and it is dependent on the distance between the Earth and the Sun. So generally, जब हम बात कर रहे हैं, the intensity of solar radiation will reaching outside the Earth atmosphere vary with the square of distance between the center of the Earth and Sun. So why only a square? Because the Earth receive only 7% more radiation on 1st March and 23rd September as compared to the 21st June as well as on 22nd December. So intensity of solar radiation keeps on attenuating as Earth propagates away from the surface of the sun, but the content of the wavelength contained in the radiation spectrum does not changes. So now we can define solar constant. So solar constant is defined as the energy received from the sun per unit time on a unit surface area perpendicular to the direction of propagation of solar radiation at the top Earth atmosphere when Earth is at mean distance from the sun, and the value of solar constant is taken as 1367 watt per meter square. Okay, so जब हम एक्स्ट्रा टेरेस्ट्रियल रेडिएशन की जब बात करते हैं, so extra terrestrial radiation is nothing but solar radiation incident on outer atmosphere of the earth is called extraterrestrial solar radiation, and it vary based on the change in earth and sun distance arising from the earth's elliptical orbit of rotation. Okay, and this is not affected by change in the atmosphere condition. So the relationship between extraterrestrial radiation and the solar constant is nothing but I extraterrestrial radiation is equal to I solar constant multiply with R average upon capital R whole square watt per meter. Okay, where EXT is nothing but extraterrestrial radiation. This is the solar constant value 1367. RAB is nothing but mean distance between sun and earth, or capital R is actual distance between sun and earth. Okay, here we will talk about the mean distance, and here we will talk about the actual distance. So in also extraterrestrial radiation can also be written as IEXT is equal to 1 plus 0.033 cos 360 and upon 365 वाट पर मीटर स्क्वायर, वेयर एन के टर्म में हम लोग इसको लिख सकते हैं, और एन हमारा यहाँ पे क्या है, नंबर ऑफ डे फ्रॉम 1st January. So you can see over here the empirical feet of measured radiation data I external is called ISC into 1. Here you can write on here. I have missed the ISC also, so you can write over here ISC. So ISC is nothing but solar constant radiation. So 1 plus 0.033 cos 360 n upon 365. Okay, so solar radiation will vary with respect to day of the air as the sun earth distance vary. Okay, so this is the energy distribution you can see from the sun. तो हम किसकी बात करेंगे, टेरेस्ट्रियल रेडिएशन की बात करते हैं। जब हमारा रेडिएशन जो होती है अर्थ एटमॉस्फेयर के थ्रू पास होगी, when the radiation passes through the earth atmosphere, then there will be subject of mechanism like किसका mechanism भाई, atmospheric absorption का and scattering depending on the atmospheric condition. Then there will be some mechanism of atmospheric condition absorption and scattering based depend on the atmospheric condition. Now earth atmosphere contains various constituents: suspended dust, solid and liquid particle such as air molecule, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, ozone, water vapor, etc. And therefore solar radiation of the intensity of radiation is depleting during its passage through the atmosphere. Okay, so solar radiation or that reaches earth's surface after passing through the earth's atmosphere is called terrestrial radiation. So once again, the solar radiation or intensity of the radiation that is depleted or depleting during the passage through the atmosphere. Okay, and during the passage of atmosphere, and the solar radiation that reaches the earth's surface after passing the earth's atmosphere, that is nothing called as a terrestrial radiation. And the propagation of solar radiation through the Earth atmosphere, you can see in the figure here only. Okay, I am showing the here. This is the solar radiation. Okay, this is nothing called as a solar radiation. And this is Earth. And this region is nothing called as a extraterrestrial region. And this is nothing but reflected atmosphere, reflected from atmosphere. And this region is called as a terrestrial region. And from here, reflected radiation. This one is beam radiation here. Beam radiation. ये जो हमारा है, ये हमारा क्या है सब? बीम रेडिएशन. एंड ये हमारा क्या है? एटमॉस्फेयर है. ये हमारा क्या? एटमॉस्फेयर है. और एटमॉस्फेयर में हमारा क्या पाया जाता है? डस्ट, नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड, etc. Okay, so this is the propagation of solar radiation through the Earth atmosphere. So from extraterrestrial region, as I told you, this is the extraterrestrial region. The solar radiation reaches the Earth surface in two ways. The first is nothing but a part of sun radiation travel through Earth atmosphere and reaches directly, which is called direct or beam radiation. Okay, the second one, the remaining major part of solar radiation is scattered and reflected back into the space or absorbed by Earth atmosphere. You can see here, it is scattered and absorbed by the Earth atmosphere. And the part of this radiation may reaches the Earth surfaces. Again, this radiation reaching the Earth surface by a mechanism called as a scattering and reflecting, that is re-radiation are called as the sky radiation or diffuse radiation. Okay, so the diffuse radiation will take place uniformly in all the direction and intensity does not change with respect to orientation of the surface. So how you are going to define the beam radiation? As I told you here, two radiation is there: beam radiation, diffuse radiation. So beam radiation you can define like the solar radiation along the line joining the receiving point and the sun is called beam radiation, and this radiation has unique direction. Only one direction will be there. Whereas the diffuse direction is nothing but the solar radiation which is scattered by the particles in the Earth atmosphere, and radiation does not have a unique direction. हमारा बीम रेडिएशन में क्या था? यूनिक डायरेक्शन था. ये हमारा यूनिक डायरेक्शन में नहीं रहेगा. और टोटल एंड ग्लोबल रेडिएशन इज नथिंग बट रेडिएशन at any location on Earth surface is the sum of beam radiation and the diffuse radiation. Okay, so today I will conclude over here only, and in the next class we will discuss latitude, longitude and further.